There we go. We had a small issue with the YouTubes and the chat, but now it looks like everything's going great. We have our first crew that went through training ready to go, and our second team is wrapping up their training right now. As soon as they're done wrapping up, which shouldn't be long, we plan on heading out. We will be taking the first set of trainees out, clean up some dust bandits around the area, make sure that we clean up the surrounding area. We're not going to tolerate any bandits in the borderlands while the Iron Fortress is here. We've basically had Soto here mining up this one piece of copper and walking it clear across the entire base. And then we're having the rest of the trainees follow her with a backpack full of iron. This is probably the easiest, simplest way to get a large group of people trained up on strength quickly. This morning we cut the stream short just because there wasn't a lot to do other than this. I really wanted to see... Oh, Little, are you messed up? I really wanted to get to the good stuff. We've got everyone trained up now except for the people who are making the food, and they're getting ready to. They'll be next. As soon as the next training group is done, we'll put them on the turrets, send out our first set of trainees, and we're going to get the people who've been making food and harvesting. We're going to have them take the backpacks and the people we're carrying, and they're going to get to training. Let's see here. Soto's already pretty much there. As soon as Little gets there, with her, I think it was Little, no, Little. I think everybody here in the second team doesn't have a penalty to strength, so it'll just be whoever was the lowest. Most of these, some of the guys they're carrying loaded in weird, but that'll fix itself when we put them down. Return for tributes on the way to our outpost. I don't know why it says Outpost DD. The Holy Nation is still not a fan of us. They completely failed to fight their way into our fortress. As we get people with more and more experience and more numbers on the turrets, it just becomes more and more hopeless for them to ever get in here, cause any problems. We did build a second tower here. This allows us to make sure that any people hooked on the sides over here that are enemies, we can still take those guys out, and that will get all of our turret guards out of combat. This is pretty important to automate the defense of your base, because if they never get out of combat, they won't go eat and they will starve. And that's about as bad as it gets, is finding out that the people defending your base are starving themselves and they're not going to be able to fight properly. We should have a tribute from the Shek coming up. If our fight with the Holy Nation doesn't get rid of this, we'll probably have to take issue with that. If we become fully allied with the Shek and they still insist on stealing our food in exchange for nothing, I mean, they offer no protection, no help, nothing, then we'll probably take issue with that and tell them to pack sand. Soto, you keep training. We'll have Hot Longs come out and talk to them. So we just tell them, take the food. I mean, we have crazy food production still. It's kind of been that way the whole time. We've got some tech hunters that I guess decided they live here now. We're not paying them anymore to guard the base, but they don't seem to have anything better to do. Maybe they just like hanging out here. But occasionally they'll take up the fight, bandits will attack, and they'll get rid of them. So we don't really mind if they want to hang out. Speaking of bandits, you sneaky guy. What do you think you're doing? Where'd he go? Well, there was a bandit that got in the base. He's here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the turrets on the towers can still hit you, buddy. And so can double. Whoops. 2 of them got in. Dang. I don't want to hear it, Curtains. We don't talk about that. Just because every playthrough you've watched I lost Beep doesn't mean you get to run your mouth to me about it. Leave me alone. I'm not trying to kill Beep. I was so mad both times. It's about the worst thing you can do is let Beep die. I'm pretty sure everyone who's watching just stops after that. They're like, there's no Beep. If Hot Longs and Soto didn't have literal plot armor, the series would probably be over. You told me to send them out in a blaze of glory, and they just refused to die. They champed up and killed like 12 people from the Holy Nation by themselves. And 7 of those were like after they got through the gates. It wasn't even with turrets. Starving's a good way to go. I think you're so funny. But Curtains always gives me crap about the time I tried to ascend Beep, and I thought when you put a person in bed, their hunger bar didn't go down. This was years ago at this point. And, yeah, it does. The hunger bar goes down. It absolutely goes down. It just doesn't show the little arrow, and you won't really get a warning unless you click over to whatever group they're in. And I had 200 people in this playthrough. I was going nuts, conquering the world, and I was just letting Beep really rest up before we strapped on his new parts and let him go crazy, and I couldn't find him. I couldn't figure out where he was. He starved all the way to death off screen, clicked in a different group, no warning, nothing. By the time I figured out where he was dead. It was terrible. I don't know what was worse, that or watching him get eaten alive by spiders. Who's Goku and Vegeta? The 2 Beeps? Oh, sheesh. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's plot armor when you actually die all the time and people just want you back bad enough they waste Dragon Ball wishes on you. I don't know if that's quite plot armor. I guess that is. At least they die and come back through some kind of justifiable means. Yeah, Beep was so hungry. It was terrible. You know what? That's not even funny. You know what happens when the spiders eat you? When the Bugmasters spiders eat you, they slowly drain your hunger till you starve to death. The thing that came across the screen was yet again, Beep has starved to death. Why did you have to bring that up? I feel like this is all your fault now. We're gonna blame Curtains for Beep dying both times because I know I do. I blame her now. But we're almost done training. I just want to see them click over to 70 in case we ever find the falling sun pattern. It's apparently just non-existent. I did also figure out that only having the helmets is not going to cut it for acid resistance, so I may end up crafting armor. They are still in the same show, much like these two. But these two haven't died yet. They've been beaten down. But I did notice that they had really high toughness stats. So that might be the reason they lived, is they didn't get beat up nearly as badly. But I've also noticed with the turret guards, even the ones that, especially the ones that don't have chain shirts, there's some, between the samurai armor and chest, there's still some stuff that's not covered. So, like, there's a small chance when they get hit in the stomach that there's no armor in the way. So between that and the fact that it doesn't stop acid damage, I thought maybe just the helmet would prevent it enough that we wouldn't really ever actually tick down. You do gradually still tick down. So I might be doing crab chest plates anyway, even though we've got all these nice, beautiful chest plates and samurai armor built. If I do that, I don't know if we're going to look to go with different weapons because we'll lose the dexterity, but probably not. I ran full crab armor, including the shoes, with this same kind of setup, and it was just fine. I think we died because our characters hadn't really had enough good fights under their belt. We had a lot of people who had barely fought before and just had fancy armor. We're very close to being able to send the next group out. We'll probably just take... Let's see, where are my crafters? I think they're on turret guard. Shrike and Spade. Spade was my armor crafter. Yep, so... Yeah, RIP stomach. So we're probably going to have Spade get to making more armor with the non-existent armor plate that we have. That's not good. Okay, so she has a long way to go making armor plate, but we might make some chest plates. What do we got here? We've got some extra armor made up, which is nice, but I think we want crab armor and just on repeat. We're not going to do that yet, but after, when we send the trainees out, I think we'll send these guys out first. Let the food people train while the turret guards stay here, and we'll just have Spade take a break from turret guard up there. In fact, we can do that now. We can do that now. We'll just have her make her own. And that'll just let her automate. We don't have to take anyone else off the walls. But I haven't seen a Holy Nation attack in a while. We captured and turned in High Inquisitor Valentina. So I don't think they're going to send any more Wrath of Gods after we just absolutely murked the last two. But I could be wrong. They may just be on some kind of cooldown and waiting. But before, they were sending them back to back to back. But ever since we sent that guy packing and the one after him, nobody's come here from the Holy Nation. We are going to have to pay attention, though, and make sure that we don't get attacked by the Holy Nation while we're out and about. But yeah, take a look around. We were down to 2 people. I don't think you caught the last time we got on curtains. We're back up to 30 people. And we've got one set of trainees already sitting at 70 strength. They're fully geared out. We've got Edge 2 weapons and Edge 1 weapons that we crafted. All the armor stuff we crafted except the chainmail we stole from Paladins. We've got some really good gear compared to before. Before, people were rolling around in standard stuff for half of them. We're in all decent gear now, including our melee weapons, which were just trash on half of them. But if we look here, we're going to give up half of our dexterity effect to damage and attack speed, which is kind of rough. That also applies to crossbow reload. But we're 100% covered on stomach and chest, 90% on the arms, versus 85% coverage on stomach. And let's see, the chest was covered, but with crab armor we get full coverage on our key body parts, and then 90 instead of 85 on the arms. Yeah, I think getting that coverage, because I mean that's what happened to Beep. He got hit in the stomach, and I've seen it happen a couple times. People are up here on turrets, and it's like, tink, you get hit by a full-on harpoon. Yeah, you can fight back and run away if your arm is completely chopped off. But if your stomach's chopped off, you're chopped off. You're dead. And I've seen them doing this, sitting here on turrets. They'll get hit in the face with a harpoon, and it's like, dink, 0, minus 500 or whatever. It's like they take almost no damage from these turrets, but every now and then someone will get hit specifically in the stomach and just nearly die. They're at like negative 90 immediately. So I think that is actually having a big impact, because they have a part of their stomach that is completely unprotected, and it's like the very middle. I'm pretty sure the armor gives you a fairly accurate representation of what's uncovered. Look at that. That's right in the guts. Every sideways slash, everything that shot at you, that's right there in the guts. We can't have that exposed. We're not about that. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. So we're going full crab armor. We might even do crab shoes. We might even do crab pants. We might go crazy. Because if we pause it so this doesn't actually get made, and we look at the difference in crab trousers. The crab trousers have better blunt resistance, less cut resistance though. Oh, they have less harpoon resistance, but they do weigh a lot less. Do they have anything else? But it's not going to show me what the downsides are, I don't think. Oh, it is there. Weird. But yeah, that's kind of the thing. I probably won't mess with the pants, but the shirt's got to go. Little is so close. Where are we at here? Oh, we just ticked over to 69. Wish is almost there. As soon as Little clicks over, we're out of here. We're arming up and we're leaving. It isn't going to take much longer, but it does take time. But this is probably the most efficient Goku training camp I got here, Curtains. We got one person actually doing the mining, and instead of mixing other people in, they're just following Soto around. So they're just walking every time she walks. There's way less time spent mining for all of them. She's only picking up one piece of copper and bouncing. If I didn't need people guarding the walls, I could have everybody trained up in like a single day. I think Double's the one that plastered those bandits that actually got in when I opened the gate for the shack. Double was like, double or nah. Goodbye. Oh wow, it went from like 7 to 37%. Yeah, they're so close. Fantastic. We'll let Spade keep making armor. Where are you stashing that stuff? Okay. I wouldn't hate having somebody help her. Who else has a high armor crafting stat? Because that means they were helping her make the plates. Inu was. Okay. So Inu, we're going to take you off of turrets. Does anyone else have a higher armor smith? Ooh, Birmingham. What are you doing? Cooking stove? Nah, we're not messing with our food production. Yeah, we'll just have Enu do it. That's fine. So we'll get Logan or Moo to come downstairs. I think Moo probably has the best spot up here, so we'll take Logan. Put him down here. We'll put Enu crafting plates. And we've got plenty of raw iron to keep her busy. Yep. Oh no. Oh, why did I check squad? Oh yeah, faction. Oh, 3 days. So close. One more walk. That's literally like 20 to 30% every time they walk across the base at level 69. That's so much strength training. Let's go, Soto. Hurry up. Yeah. Of course, Little stopped to get food. Come on, man. Little's the only one that hasn't clicked over to 70. We're ready to go. Come on, Little. Okay, time to drop jobs, time to drop those packs, and get a move on. So I've been storing them up here. It just makes a good place to drop everything off, and we will get going. We are heading straight out, and anybody that is a bandit, looks like a bandit, smells like a bandit, farts like a bandit, they are getting wrecked. That's the plan. That's how we're going to train ourselves up, ridding the land of bandits. Soto, you take that backpack back. Honestly, wouldn't mind if the Holy Nation would attack. Just be yeah, these guys loaded in completely wrong, but we'll put them down and that'll fix that. I wouldn't mind if the Holy Nation attacked again, just because that's going to mean that we get more chainmail for free. That's always good. Free is good. Yeah, bandits are going down. We already took out the Dust Bandit King, though, and the Ninja Genin, or whatever the heck they're called. And the Black Dragon Genin, I think that's what they're called. And so they quit attacking. They're nowhere to be found. I haven't seen any of them about. Go here and make sure everybody's armed up. Everyone looks to have a health pack already, which is good. Just gotta get... Oh yeah, and Soto doesn't have a regular crossbow yet. Get Soto a crossbow. got one more piece of chainmail to give away. Take that. And we're going to get the crab armor going, but we're not going to wait for that. We just are looking at swapping out soon to crab armor. But I do think that's like a big problem I have with the samurai armor is I see people get hit in the stomach and just get cleaved. They're getting absolutely mutilated. Oh, we might have backpacks though. But see how they're all in heavy armor and completely unencumbered? That's what you get for going clear to 70 strength. It's just good. Load up on some backpacks for now. Ooh, you don't need one. Sweet. Oh no! I have been alerted the fan is coming through. What can I do? I guess I get to sweat. That seems like the best solution, right? I'll have to play with the sensitivity on this. It shouldn't be coming through, but that's how it goes. It may be that because my audio was so low, I had the gain turned up. Might have to turn my mic up in different settings, not just Streamlabs. We can't have that. It can't be sounding like a hurricane in here. Alright, we've got everybody's jobs off. That way they can pick up some food. We'll probably want to find more backpacks at some point, but that'll have to come down the line. Inu, can you... Whatever's going on there, can you stop that? Alright, it's time to head out. Oh, the gate's been open this whole time? Weird. Don't like that. Be alright. Now we've just got to get the people that were... Ooh, what are you guys on? Who's got their job turned off? Oh, none of you guys. Okay. We're going to turn off your jobs. We're going to have to reevaluate when we get back. I'm going to have to write these guys' names down. There's no way I'm going to remember who was doing the cooking and stuff. And we have 2 bombing hams, so that's going to be fun to figure out. But at the end of the day, I should be able to tell by farming stat. And once everyone's trained, that'll be fine. So we're going to bring everyone over here. Have them pick up a person to carry. Because that actually affects your strength training a lot, whether or not you're carrying someone. Oh, okay. I was like, where'd everybody go? And we'll just swap names here. So these guys can be training. So everybody got somebody? Okay. And then I just need to come over here. Apparently it still sounds like a potato in here. Yeah, I'll have to play with the noise canceling. I'll do some fiddling with that in a little bit. I'm not going to want to do it right now, but it'll have to be soon. Actually, your backpacks can stay. I just need to find one of you that doesn't have one. Oh, but you all have one. Okay. So, Scratch, you're going to give up your backpack. So now we've got their weights, we've got him carrying something. Set him to mine there, and everyone else to follow him. There we go, we got a new training crew set up. And apparently bandit demands were here. I don't know what these guys were doing. I don't even know if they fought or what happened. I guess they did. Oh no, Streak got wrecked. He probably got hit by a harpoon. Oh, in the chest? Say it as it's so. In the chest. But that's 100% covered. What happened? Man, Streak, get up. Big baby. That's why we gotta do training. Look at that toughness stat of 3. That's why you're on the ground. You baby. Let's go ranged and head out looking for more trouble. Looks like we already found a little bit. I'll have to see if I can tone down my clicky clacking. Training guys are moving as normal. Everything looks good. Just have to make sure Scratch doesn't start starving. And these guys are going to be a little slow. Why are they so slow? Who hurt you? Okay. We need to splint those injuries, that's why. Anybody? Somebody want to splint those? Soto? Alright, you put down splint Eric's injury. Hello? I guess we're not doing that. He's just gonna walk slow. We can't help him, it seems. Oh, it is splinted already. He's just that wrecked. Is anyone actually encumbered? No, they're just slow. I'll get over it. They're just slow. Yeah, it's just him. He's just that jacked up. I bet there's a bunch of troublemakers in the hub nowadays. Not really much here but a bone dog. We're gonna run into the Holy Nation if we go too far one way. Once you take out the Dust King, you don't have like a reliable area to just go fight bandits as much. We could go to the swamp, but with this many noobs, they might get eaten. We really want to take these guys somewhere that they can fight just straight up bandits. Either dust bandits, hungry bandits, general banditry. This looks promising. And then there were none. There's not actually any bandits here. Or here. Oh, there are a few. There we go. Well, we found some trouble. I don't know. We could see if we can recover Beep's arms and legs, but I doubt it. First of all, we'd have to go back there, which we're a long way off from doing that again. We're gonna make sure we're ready, and at the slightest hint that we're not, we're bailing. But even if we do get there, I'm pretty sure all of his limbs and everything associated with him will have despawned by now. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to try, but I just don't see it happening. We should be able to buy those same limbs, and we've got the ability to make money, we just haven't really been motivated to do that. Especially once we've trained these guys up a little bit on some bandits. They could do runs. We've made our own just stacks of hash. We'd probably have to sit in Flats Lagoon for a week just to sell it all, but we'd have like 1,000,000 cats. I don't think we can craft any of the good robot arms, though, even with Cap Science. Ooh, that guy got shot. Good old crossbows tearing into the bandits. I was gonna say, don't tell me those Garu are after us. We didn't do nothing to you. But we will if they have to. Now get huffy with me. You hear that Garu lipping off? That's crazy. When we really get full of ourselves, we should go beak thing hunting before we go spider and bugman hunting. I think the first real threat we'll take on, though, will be the Holy Nation. I think we're going to try and see what 30 completely crossbowed out, even taking the time to spread out, what they can do against a bunch of Holy Nation turds. But they're going to wildly outnumber us, so we can't go for anything that crazy just yet. We need to be way better. We need to at least be as good at fighting as Soto and Hot Longs. And we are nowhere near that yet. I want to get the Falling Sun. I want to have like half of my people using crossbows, half of them using the Falling Sun. But it's just not, I can't seem to get the pattern to spawn anywhere. I've tried all the places it's supposed to be. I know where I can get it. It just doesn't pop up in their inventory. And I've double checked that I don't have it already. Now, if I was silly and threw it in the science bench instead of using it, I haven't checked that. That just occurred to me. Did I accidentally throw it in the science bench? No. Not in the general storage. I am going to go see in our old hideout in Squin if I left anything there. But yeah, I don't think that we had any. I don't think we had the pattern for it. Nothing there. Lots of backpacks here. And some tools. Holy cow, I just thought about that too. We just keep flashing back to all the people we've lost. Griffin's gone, so we don't have anybody to crack safes. That, oh man, that just hit me. And we don't have our best warriors, we don't have our safe crackers, we don't have any sneaky people at all. We're just going full bore into being warriors this time. If we get lucky, we'll run into like 40 bandits out here and get a real good fight, even with them being kind of weak. There we go. See what I'm saying? And I know I'm not spreading these guys out and they're pinging shots off each other. That's kind of the idea. They're wearing really heavy armor and using a relatively weak crossbow, so this will let them train their ability to not shoot each other really well. And then we'll switch to heavier crossbows once they've got that stat really trained up. Ooh, Max already got a beat down, and it's that stomach, I'm telling you. If I look around, I'm seeing chest and stomach that are hurt pretty bad. But they're really low toughness guys, too. We're going to see that. I wouldn't be surprised if Soto's just standing over them at the end of this. We're just wildly outnumbered, so our crossbows aren't really coming into play, just the quality of our armor and weapons. And most of them aren't very skilled. I think only Soto really has combat experience yet. Starting to see some of our guys go down. Nobody's in any big danger, though. See if Soto can carry this one out. Yeah, it definitely looks like we're coming out on top, but not by a long shot. Our excellent armor isn't as big of a deal when you can't really use your weapons effectively. Although they did outnumber us by a lot, so that counts for something too. But now that we've got the numbers on them and our crossbows come in, that's when you start to see a huge difference in capability. Oh, you will? This guy's going to take us all on himself. That's what he said. Oh, that didn't work out, did it? That's one thing we forgot. We are going to need backpacks and sleeping bags for everybody before we can really consider them out here to train. Soto, you pick up Slick. Oh, you guys are crazy. Who are we chasing after? Oh, we're chasing after one guy? We didn't want to let any of them go, I guess. Take ourselves off ranged for now and head back to this way station, see if we can secure some sleeping bags. No, we'll shoot these guys, why not? But you can see now we've got the lowest toughness is like 9, and for the most part we're in double digits right off the bat. That's what we're looking for. We just want some people to get, we want them to get beat down. We want them to get knocked down and get back up, knocked down and get back up, without it becoming too tedious and dangerous. Our trainees back home are doing great. They're already, the lowest one is like 30 strength. They're coming up nicely. And again, these guys were completely untrained on strength, like 1s to 5s maybe. Our guys are just giving each other crap the whole way there. Ooh. This is not going to go well if they want to fight. They are going to beat the living crap out of us. Looks like they don't have a problem with us right now. So we will take that. They're all as good as Soto. We don't want none of that. We're out here to train them, not get them killed like the others did. Alright, we made it here in one piece. That's a good start. Put Slick in there. Let's see, we got Slick laying down, but we probably want more than that. Ooh, yeah, Eric, you go lay down. Who else has bad legs? Anybody with bad legs, you're going to affect our ability to move around and get some training in. Everybody's got bad legs. All the bad legs. I mean, your tummy don't look so good either. Everybody's beat up. Everybody lay down. Heck it. These guys aren't sleeping anymore. We're taking their beds. Soto's barely hurt, but that's fine. We'd prefer to have at least one person walking around tough enough to get through this. We'll do a quick rest. Get everybody patched up at least a little bit. See if we can buy some sleeping bags. Okay. One. We'll buy some extra food. Man, everybody's beat to heck. We're standing room only in here. No seats for a Lady Shek warrior? Come on now. Can't just leave me like this. There we go. Most of us are coming up. But Wish is beat senseless. We gotta let Wish get some rest. Slick, you get out of there and give Wish the better bed. Ooh, who's attacking the base? Ah, the usual suspects. And a few tech hunters that don't know how to stay out of the way. Sorry, guys. Ooh, our turret guards are not eating like they should. Where's Hot Longs? I left her out here. I'm the worst. Starving's a bad way to go, right? Goodness. Gonna need her to ditch some stuff or she won't eat later. Okay, everybody's kind of recuperated. Let's get back to it. Go looking for some more trouble. Whoa, 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 whoa. Together. We're gonna look for trouble together. Come on, guys. Little, are you gonna get any food from anyone else? They should be sharing food. Maybe they have to get a certain amount hungry before they'll borrow any. Yeah, they're set to share food. Ooh, there's a whole bandit camp over here. Soda's not messing around. No, back up and take your shots. That's fine. You don't need to get into melee. It's okay to just shoot at him. Soto's not going to get much out of meleeing these guys, so I may as well let her get the numbers evened up. Ooh, Little went down. Overall, though, this seems like it's going pretty well. Our melee and attack and defense are getting closer to double digits for everybody. That's good. We're getting some good fighting practice in here. When you can go all out and not really worry about getting completely squad wiped and people getting actually killed, it's a lot easier to get some experience gain. I'm gonna have him scoot up and take care of this guy. The other thing we can do, especially as we get better at not shooting each other, is focus firing people down, and that's going to work really nicely. We can steal their sleeping bags too, since it's a bandit camp. Max got shot by some of his own a little too much. Same with Gecko. We're still going to take some damage. We're just not going to, you know, actually hurt each other in a permanent, horrible way. What were those guys? Hungry bandits? Let's get everybody bandaged up before we pick another fight. Czech Kingdom's going to be back for tribute before too long. Yeah, that's convenient. They had a nice little bed for everybody. We don't even have to try and build our own and pick them back up. I guess he wanted to try and fight us. Good luck with that. Oh, boy. We're at least going to avoid hurting each other if we're going to fight these guys. Holy cow. We're at least going to spread out. Oh, boy. And let's put Soto off-ranged and on taunt. Soto's got half the bandits that showed up on her just by herself. But she also doesn't seem to have any problem with that. The bulls are helping us too. I guess they don't like the hungry boys either. Yeah, the bogeys inbound was a lot, but they're not really accomplishing much. One, the bulls showed up and gave us backup. I wasn't necessarily hoping for backup, but Soto also was soloing half of the hungry bandits. Look at her going to town on these guys. Oh, she cut his arm off with a katana. That's not even a heavy weapon. That's crazy. Get everybody patched up. Take everybody off ranged again. Get everybody resting. You go hit that guy. We don't like him. So now we're getting our toughness closer to 15, 16. Melee attack and defense are coming up nicely. Precision shooting's up high. It's weird that the friendly fire avoidance isn't even less. It's only 22% is weird. We gotta remember that the tribute's on the way. We don't want to miss that. Yeah, the bogies got absolutely folded like lawn chairs. I mean, they got tucked and put away for the winter. They're gone. Soto's feeling better. We're not letting you get away. That's not a thing. We're trying to get rid of the bandits for good. Anybody else feel like running? Yeah, even with Soto taking on like half the bandits by herself, she didn't really get hurt. We could attack the bulls. Those would probably be good training, but like, I don't know. We're mostly out here to kill bandits, not waste food. There's the return for tribute. We don't want to miss that. We've got more food than they could ever borrow. Well, not borrow, but you know what I mean. I'll take some ration packs for hot longs. Why not? How's training going? You're not starving to death, anybody, are you? You won't be able to eat. If I don't fix you, neither will you. Yeah, some of you were trying to starve to death. That's why we check. Traumatized after losing beat to starving. Absolutely traumatized. Everybody's kind of mostly healed up by the time we find more trouble. Well, I said that, but that's okay. Let's focus on training up melee for now, since it's going to come down to that a lot with our lesson, with the fewer numbers we have. We don't have the full squad out here. And honestly, training the crossbow skill just has it reload a little faster. It's not going to do any more damage. Whoa, we had a standard helmet at some point? When did that happen? Whoops. We gotta change that out. Let's make sure we're attacking anybody that's convenient, not just one person. Wrap these guys up quickly. And the next one we'll take it ranged. Just kind of split it up a little. We're just kind of generally out looking for trouble, trying to get some stats. Just want to see our toughness go up is one of the biggest things, and the rest will come with that. As we stop just taking damage and lying on the ground, we will get better and better at fighting. Bandit demands. Oh no. We're super scared of that. We don't know what to do about bandit demands. I think we're probably okay to handle beak things as long as we focus them down. We might have to spread out a little, but that won't be a big deal. Looked like somebody was really hungry. Anybody really hungry? No, okay. We'll have everybody follow Little, but we won't make it a job. Squad, AI, and we'll switch to Caravan. Well, that didn't work out for you, did it? Our trainees are getting up into the 40s, some of the weaker ones in the 30s. Oh, what? They don't have their... I didn't grab the heavy backpacks on the last two. What a goober move. You guys get over here. I don't know how I managed that. Everybody else has their... I was like, why is their strength way lower than the others? They weren't properly encumbered. Whoops. Whoa, where... Oh, I was like, why is Soto off alone? Now we're just gonna head into Shem and see if we can find some beak things. Ooh, some wolves. And not gonna fight wolves. But some beak things, and there are large groups of bandits out here too. Like, there's some beak things. We can probably get some good training in on them. We just gotta watch out for people getting hurt really bad. But in a lineup like this, we got a little bit better shot. Soto, you move a little bit. We'll focus that one down. Not a big deal. We'll take the meat in case we end up needing food later. I'm used to seeing a lot bigger piles of bandits. Maybe if we just head east and west, we'll see more of them. There's some bandits. And some beak things. Oh, there's a lot of bandits up here. We can go fight those guys too. Follow Little up here. Set ourselves to hold and start laying down fire. And more bandits over here. Holy mother of bandits everywhere. We'll spread out a little, just because the numbers are so bad. Soto's again surrounded by a ton of them all on her own. We're already seeing Eric get back up. His toughness is going up proportionately. We like that. Streak, take it to him. There you go. Slice and dice. Starting to see the numbers get the better of them. Starting to get them crossbows whipped out. Let's scoot in a little so they've got a good range. Soto's not really having much problem here other than her legs getting beat up. Move all these guys up. Alright, what are we looking at now? Melee attack and defense, all in the double digits. Toughness closer to 20 than not. Love it. That's them getting some serious upgrades to their stats. We are pretty beat to heck though. We can head back towards the way station, just take on whoever we find on the way. Don't necessarily want to head into the swamp though. It's so easy to get actually eaten by blood spiders if there's just too many of them. Okay, gate's still closed. Training looks good. Their strength's starting to come up now that I've got them properly encumbered. Always good to get in some extra training on random bandits. We can set up the campfire, make sure we put this meat to good use. We're still not seeing, even with all these injuries, we're not really seeing people get encumbered, even with everything they're carrying, which is really good. That's what'll let us still be able to get out of a fight if we get, you know, on the losing end of some spiders again. That, and I think we are definitely looking at switching armor. How's that coming, by the way? Not good. What is going on here? Oh, she needs a backpack. Okay. We will get you a backpack so that you can work. My bad. So she's just been sitting on that armor being done. Ooh, that's masterwork. That is so nice. So nice. Oh wait, we were grabbing food. What am I doing? Looks like that's the last of it though. We can go take everyone to rest. And that's about a wrap for the evening stream. I usually wrap up around 7-ish. We are going to close up shop tonight. We did get our first team out into the field. Soto led the way, making sure that we were going to all make it back home safe. We didn't take any crazy fights. But we did get beat down pretty good. Everybody's at least 17 toughness, I think. Yeah, that's the lowest I'm seeing. So everybody's getting into double digits. That's what we want to see. Just a good gradual progression. It didn't take much. We took a few fights until we were beat up, rested, rinse and repeat a couple times. It's not like we've been out in the field forever. Just jamming fights against enemies, good or bad, whether they're tough or not, is a good way to get started. Now we're going to get less and less XP as we get more experienced. We're going to have to seek out tougher people to fight. But we'll get everybody rested. We probably want to see everybody in the 30s for attack and defense before we bother going home. Unless we start to see like a food shortage and what we can buy out here running dry. I don't see that happening. We're doing pretty good on food. Although not everyone has some on them, but yeah, we're doing good. Our last bit of trainees who haven't capped their strength yet are sitting in the 50s, and then 40s for the ones that I hadn't finished. They'll probably finish training up tonight. That won't really take much. And then tomorrow we'll see the second round of trainees going out. We'll probably take all of the turret guards. Let's see how many that is. So all of the turret guards would be 13, 19. Yeah, we can take them and everyone training strength right now in one larger squad and get them trained up as well. Once that's happened, we'll come back to base, get everybody put in line to where the last 6 people are the people that are doing the food stuff, so we know who they are. And then we're going to head out with the whole squad looking for real trouble. We'll probably start skirmishes with the Holy Nation and feel out how tough it is to fight them. If we can secure the Phoenix soon, we will, but I'm not rushing into that. We're getting everyone some real combat training before we even consider that. The average Holy Nation turd is like 30s, 35s in each. So we want at least that with better weapons, better armor, and better strategy. So that's the goal. We'll wrap up tonight, and I will catch y'all in the morning. Thank you, Curtains, for coming in and making fun of me for starving beef to death twice. But I appreciate it. This whole continuance of this playthrough spawned from you wanting them to go out in a blaze of glory, and the story that just naturally unfolded where they refused to give up. And now we've got an entire team that's arguably going to be much stronger than the last one anyway. So it's going to be interesting.